Another session of Sri Vidya. Now, as we delve into the explanation of Sri Vidya, first I would go according to the Khadgamala Stotra. In Khadgamala Stotra, when we start, it starts with the Anga Devata or the Nitya Devata who are around the Vasukona, the main Trikona of the just next to the Bindu. So first it is described in the Khadgamala, the presence of the 16 Angadevatas who are called as Nitya Devis around the Vasukona border. As a wall, they are sitting around the Trikona, the first triangle just after the Bindu. This triangle is a very important triangle. The yoginis who are present there, they are Mahakameswari, Mahavajreshwari and Mahabhagamalini. And along with them, the four Ayudhas, they are called Atirahasya Yoginis. Just after that Atirahasya Yogini, these 16 Angadevatas or the Nitya Devis are seated in the anti-clockwise ways. So when we see the starting of the Nitya Devi starts from Kameswari Nitya. This Kameswari Nitya is in the, when we see the Bindu, when we see from the perspective of Sri Yantra, it is in the left side bottom corner, it starts. Then only it becomes like this, it goes and comes up like this. And again, from full moon to new moon, it goes in the reverse from Chitra Nitya and it goes from there and ends up to Kameswari Nitya. What it means when it starts from the new moon and what it means when it starts from the Purnima to new moon. That is a completely different aspect. It's very contradictory to each other. But first we will go from new moon to full moon. We will cover first and then we will cover from full moon to new moon. So these Angadevatas or Nitya Devis are also related with the phases of moon. Every phase, because the Kameswari Nitya relates to the first day after the Pratipad, that is the Padhyami, what we say, the Pratama. The first day after new moon is considered the day of Kameswari. Here, what is the importance of this Kameswari? The first and foremost importance is she is one of the Angadevata of the Trikona. And another thing is, see, when we see every deity in the Sri Yantra is the manifestation of Devi herself. She has manifested in that form. We can't think Kameswari different from Mahatripura Sundari. Mahatripura Sundari has manifested as Kameswari. So there is no difference. You can worship her, you can worship the Mahatripura Sundari. The infinite one is Mahatripura Sundari. When she has taken diversified rupas, diversified forms, one of her form of having a particular type of energy which gives you lot of, I will explain you what you can get by worshipping this Angadevata or this Tithi Nitya of first day of Pratipad after new moon. So this Kameswari, she has 6 hands. One hand she is holding the bow. This bow is made up of sugarcane. This sugarcane bow is considered as the heart, the mano, that she is holding the manas of the worshipper. So when you worship her, she gives you the power to control your senses, to control your desires and go into a straight path rather than going teda meda. She will give you the mind to go in a steadfast way. And she has another hand also. She holds a flower arrow. This flower arrow signifies that it is the Kama, the ignition of Kama or desire in your heart. That is you hold that in your hand. She is holding the arrow bow because she is holding your manas. She is holding your chitta. Rather, Manas, she is holding your chitta, that is your intellect. And whereas she is holding the arrows, it represents your Manas, because Manas is controlled by chitta, and Manas is the one which blooms all type of desires. That is also she is holding. If you pray to her, she will give you that power to control your mind in a positive way so that you can put in the spiritual form. Otherwise, if you let loose that mind, it will start thinking many material things. You don't have focus, one desire after the other, one desire after the other. So when you pray Kameswari Nitya, her six arms represents each qualities what she can do for you. So another one is another two hands she is having the pasha, which is called noose, and another is ankusha, which is called good. This noose gives the power to protect you from all evil. She has that power. She has that power in her hand. She holds that you don't go away, far away. That power is in her hands. You can't escape from her hands. It has more spiritual meaning also, but here I will explain only this. If I go into that, it will be completely deviation. What that news explains, it is a very big theory, so we will not go completely into it. And another one is good, that is for only protection of your mind or protection of your action. She gives you that ankusha is to control, as a mahout controls the elephant through that goad, that goad, ankush. She also controls, she cuts your desires in such a way that you cut off all the unwanted, and she helps you to get detached from the world. So for that reason, she is having that ankusha, so that whenever you pray her, she gives that energy to you to detach yourself from all material things or all unwanted things, whichever is applicable. She helps you there. And then she is having a Amrut Kalash in her fifth hand. This Amrut Kalash is the nectar or the boon, the wish fulfilling one. It can be considered as the Amrita, which gives you the eternity, the liberation from life circle. It can be considered as a Amrita, which gives you the wish fulfillment. It depends upon the perspective of what you put into it. And another hand, she is having that lotus. What is the use of that lotus? Lotus is the Akasha Tattva, because she is the one who pervades everywhere. That Akasha Tattva she is showing you in the form of lotus. And lotus is also a form of Mahalakshmi, which says that all type of prosperity she holds in her hand. So these are the six things she is holding in her hand. So when you worship her with all these things in her hand, you can get all that. You can get any one you want, or you can get all six you want. It depends upon you what intention you put to derive from Mahakameswari. Now what is the first day of Pratipad means? The Pratipad means the starting, the beginning of a new cycle after new moon. It can be the starting of a desire, the Kama. That's why she is called Kama plus Ishwari is equals to Kameshwari. This Kama, she is the owner of the Kama. She is the one who makes you to get that Kama. She is the one who cuts that Kama. Both, because Ishwari means she is the one she gives, she is the one she takes. She can't be anyone. So if she is only one, she becomes Kama Prada. If she is only the taker, she becomes Kama Dvamsini. So here she is Kameswari, because she is the Ishwari. Ishwari means goddess. She is the goddess of Kama. She is the one who gave life to Kamadeva when he was burnt by Shiva. So she is the one who starts the first ignition, some thought-like thing coming in your mind of desire. So this thing starts in the Pratipad of this. So anything you start, a new creative ideas coming in or a desire coming from you is based on this Angadevata, the Nitya Devi, the first Nitya Devi, Kameswari. She symbolizes the Rajoguna, so the passion starts from the day of new moon. So she is the controller of that passion. And when we see, she is the first stage of consciousness towards infinity and towards everything, the consciousness towards material and spiritual things. She is the one, and she is the first ray of sun. And in Sri Sukta, the first Sukta belongs to Nitya Devi, the Kameswari. Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarna Rajatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Mamavaha. So this two words, two lines of Sri Sukta belongs to Kameswari Nitya. So if you want to worship her, you can worship her through this mantra. So now what the best you can do to tap the maximum effect of Kameswari Nitya in our day-to-day life. If you want to grow spiritually, you can make a checklist what all you can do. You have to start yourself from the new moon day. New moon day is the day where you can overcome all type of negativity from you. So you can smudge your home, you can smudge yourself and release all negative pattern of thoughts, all the blockages in your mind, and then you start doing either the ritual or either the meditation, or which way you want to progress in your spirituality. So that is the day of the new moon that you have to do. You have to cleanse yourself, cleanse your home, cleanse your premises, cleanse your mind, cleanse your body, have a salt bath or have a smudge yourself. And if you have a separate space for meditation, you can cleanse all those places, or you want to make major changes in your meditation place, you can do that. Or for increasing concentration, you want to place something, or you have already placed some crystals or some boards or whatever, or a photo of Devi or a Sri Yantra, whatever it is, try to cleanse all those things. If you have a habit of cleaning every day, then it's okay. Otherwise also, even if you do it every day also, do something special. Something special means give it a water wash, and you give the smudge of sage or sambrani or something like that. You put all in your meditation room, your whole house, or you put some salt wash to your, you just mop the floor of your puja room or your meditation room with salt water on that day. So all these things can give you extra cleaning or releasing all negative pattern from your space, from your mind, from your body, from your soul. So this is the preparation from your side for the starting of this ritual, or starting to get the maximum out of Kameswari Nitya on the first Pratipad. Before that, this is the practice. So she, in Lalitopakyana, in Tantra Raja, it has been given elaborately about these Nitya Devis, how you can worship them, how you can obtain and tap their energies. So based on all these things, I have brought you a small treatise in which you can abridged form where you can use it. If I start giving you all those things elaborately, it will only bore you up. So I don't want to do all those things. She is the creative force, the purest form. So you have to bring the purest form of creativity. Don't use this. She gives success in all endeavors. So try to keep her worship only for legitimate wishes. That will be the best one, either for your soul elevation or your material things also. Try to keep it for legitimate things. Don't go for anything illegitimate, because it will boomerang upon you. So these are all sattvic practices. Try to keep it sattvic. If you are interested in doing the Kameswari Nitya Sadhana, now you can do it in an easier way. I don't want to burden you, so I will teach you two forms how you can do it. Before going into it, I will like to tell you this Kameswari Nitya is related with Kama, the desire. So material needs, creativity want you to put in form. You have it in mind, but you don't have the chance to get it in in materialism. So for those people, and for marital discord, for getting married, you have some marriage problem, relationship problem, you are married but you are not getting child from long time, there is some problem, there is infertility, or sudden you other at the same time in materialistic thing you have another two things also. You have some health issues, you want good health, prosperity wise you want some sudden wealth to come in your life. For that also, for all these things, all these material things, you can worship Titinitya Kameswari on the first day after new moon. So what you have to do? First you have to, I will be giving the picture of Titinitya Kameswari. You take a screenshot of hers and keep it in front of you. Before this ritual, make sure you cleanse your place. I have told you it's best to do on new moon day. If not, at least on the day before starting, you cleanse your space. You put a circle around you and protect yourself. 3 times you put your around you like this and take the intention from the universe that you want to protect yourself so that nothing bad comes in your way between you and the infinity. Once the ritual is over of purification, if you have Shri Yantra at home, put the Shri Yantra in front of it. If you don't have Shri Yantra, nothing to worry. Just keep the printout of Titinitya, keep Titinitya Kameswari and put a ghee lamp. Try to put the ghee lamp earthenware. If earthenware is not possible, then you can go for brass or something, any other good metal. Don't go for iron at all. So you light the lamp and this mantra I will be giving you on the screen that you can take print out and keep and or write in a book and keep. Sri Manini Ramana Padmaja Shankaradi Kiravana Vandita Padmamboruhe Purani Kamakshi Lokajanani Kamaniya Gatri Kameswari Tripura Sundari Mama Rakshamam. So this is the mantra. Recite as many times as you can. At least 16 times is the count. 16 into 7 times, 16 into 9 times, or 16 into 11 times, depending upon your patience. You do that, and after doing that, offer that cow, pray to her what you want from her, your legitimate wish, whether you want a child or whether you want to get married or whether you want to bring about your creative ideas into action, or you want some wealth from a good legitimate source, or you want a good health, or all any such things you want. You want to start a health revive, or you are joining a course. So for all those things also you can use Nitya Devi's help. So you can do that. So you do that, you offer that cow ghee and you consume it on the same day. The most important thing is here, you have to do it with consistency. The first day you will do, and all the 15 days you will be doing only the mantra. You will be repeating at least 16 times. If 16 times is not possible, at least 3 times you will be doing this mantra, and try to do every pratipad until your wish is fulfilled. So this is the one for those who have the practice of doing puja. You can additionally put some dhoopam, you can put some flowers, you can put a nice rangoli in front of her. It depends upon you. After completion of puja, you can take some betel leaves, flowers, banana and all. You can give to someone whom you think is the embodiment of Devi. You have that bhavana in your mind and give tambulam. That also is okay. If it's not there, then also it's okay. It purely depends upon your intention. There is no compulsion. So the second thing is the ritualistic way, how you energetically you can make things happen. Now, as you know, this Nitya Devi, every Nitya Devi is related to the Panchadashi, 15 syllabi is given to each Nitya Devi, and the Kameshwari is the first syllabi of the Panchadashi mantra Ka. So you can recite the seed word Kam. For any word in Sanskrit, you add the bindu. So come, it becomes come. So you have for ka, you add that bindu, that matra, it becomes come. So you for this ritual, again, as I told you, you clean the space, protect yourself, sit in a comfortable place, take deep breath, 2-3 pranayama you do, and you set your intention, keep your hand in the dhyana mudra, and then you pray, set the intention, get the Kameswari Nitya in your inner vision, and pray to her that what you need from her, what you want from her, visualize her full form, and then you take a seed, any seed of your choice, which can be sproutable. So such seeds, some 16 of them minimum, you take it and you keep it in your palm and recite this mantra, come, come, come. This mantra of Sri Manini Ramana Padmaja, that also you can tell, and along with it you can tell this, or you can only tell come also. You be reciting come as many times, 100 times, 1000 times, it depends upon you. During this time, visualize Kameswari Nitya in the form of a red hue, and you just think that that red hue is penetrating from your mind into the seeds. That energy is flowing. You can do this only if you have the proper way of meditation. You have the power of visualizing. If you have that, this is the easiest one. You just think Kameswari Nitya in a red hue, bring it her between your eyebrows, and then you visualize her as long as you are doing the mantra. And once the mantra is over, you visualize that red energy is going into the seed, and the seeds are just blooming with the red light, the sparkling red light, and then you just put it in a water. You soak it for 12 hours, 15 hours, and then you put it in mud, in a separate mud pot. You take it and put it, and you grow the sprout. And once that leaf comes, you can consume it. You can offer to Kameswari Nitya, and then you consume it. Be doing this again and again on every pratipad. This will help you to fulfill and fructify all your wishes. Visualization and repetition of mantra at every point is highly recommended. So I think I have given you some sort of knowledge towards how to please Kameswari Nitya in a normal way, which everyone can do. This is not a complicated thing. It is up to your mind whether you are going to put it very complicatedly. There are several severe type of austerities told in agamas and all, how to do this. The Navavarana Puja, where every Angadevata is invoked with special mantras and special sadhana. That can be done only with the trained people. Ordinary people like us can't do that. So this is the easiest way. The way you put your intention in the purest form is the most important prerequisite here. All other things, it's okay. You never think that you do in the it is always very highly recommended that you go in the Agama way, you do all the Tantric way, you do the Navavarana Puja, do all the Avarana Puja. It is really very great. But you can't do it every now and then. Every Pratipad you can't do that. You can do only with the trained priest who knows all those things. But for ordinary people, for who want to get things in life in a thing, this is the easiest way. I have made as easy as possible so that everyone can do, even a layman can do. So try to utilize the energy of Angadevata, the Titinitya of Pratipad Kameswari. If you like our channel, kindly like, share and subscribe.